Oh, come on, this guy again?
Christian here with Cheap Beat Up Elvis Vinyl. Well, it's time for part 3 of the Great Mississippi Elvis Vinyl Haul. Parts 1 and 2, we went through Ocean Springs, Mississippi, Biloxi, Mississippi, and now we're heading over to Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, also known as Bay St. Louis. Went to a wonderful place over there called Good Earth Records. We've been there before. Picked up a few things here and there. A guy named Doug runs the place, really cool guy. So the future ex-wife and I and Daisy went into Good Earth to see what Elvis treasures we might find. And it went a little bit like this. All right, Good Earth Records, Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Got some good Elvis stuff here before. Let's see what we got now. Hey, who are you? What's your name? What? He's a Good Earth cat. Oh, stretch it out. Stretch it out. Hmm? All right, see you next time. Have a successful day. So I was very pleased at what we picked up there. First one that we got was this guy right here. Elvis Blue Christmas. Backed with wooden heart. This is the gold standard. It's a little chewed up. Somebody had a little snack on it right there. But I didn't have it. So I was very pleased to see this one pop up. One thing that I did notice, on the back it says, by popular request from Elvis's GI Blues album, Wooden Heart. Look at the little drawings they have here. It's kind of a creepy looking clown right there. Kramer, are you afraid of clowns? Yeah. Very pleased to pick this one up. Now, if you remember, last time I went to Good Earth, I was a little sad when I did the video because I said I made a mistake. Don't know if you recall, but I said there were 2 EP covers there, empty, but I didn't pick them up. And they were like $1 a piece. I didn't pick them up. It's been bothering me because I don't like making mistakes. Here's one of them. Heartbreak Hotel was still there, so I picked it up. And as I've said many times, pick up the empty EP covers. Pick up the EPs that don't have a cover. And if they're cheap, $1 or so, I'll bring them home and then later I match them up. Here's the other EP cover that was empty. So both of them were still waiting for me. So that means they were supposed to be mine. So I've got a few King Creoles. Sure enough, I came home and I had a vinyl that didn't have a cover. So this one's already matched up and ready to go. Next one I got was this. Elvis Sings Christmas Songs. I already had this and I had picked up one earlier in the day, but the prices were so great, I picked it up. I figured I can always pass it along to someone, or my master plan is to go to record shows and bring my extra Elvis and maybe I can trade them for some other Elvis. I also picked up a few EPs that didn't have covers. Loving You, Volume 1, Jailhouse Rock, and King Creole Volume 2. So I'll put those on the side. Later on I'll pick them up. Now this one here I was very happy to get. Tutti Frutti. Backed with, well, blue suede shoes, backed with Tutti Frutti. In September of '56, RCA put out a whole bunch of Elvis singles. I think 5 or 6 Elvis singles. No picture sleeves. Tutti Frutti, Lordy Miss Claudie, bunch of real rockin' songs. Didn't have picture sleeves. So you have to keep in mind which ones didn't have picture sleeves, and that way when you see them, they're usually very cheap without the picture sleeves. You go ahead and pick them up, and you're done. Another interesting one that was there, Elvis EP from Germany, Elvis Volume 1. Now this is this guy right here. Germany on the Resco label. So I'm looking through the box of stuff that Doug had, and this little guy pops up. The heck is this? I've never seen this before. In the books that I had, it's a Elvis Presley Sings. You see, it's kind of like it's painted. So I look on the back, don't see anything, and I look inside, and sure enough, it's a German EP. So it must be the same person that traded in that old one or that had that old. Now, I did a little research on it. Let me show you something very cool in this. The first two pressings of this had a clear coating on them. See, it's starting to peel off a little bit. The third pressing didn't have that, but the first two did. Thought that was very weird. And also, on the back here, I saw this. And that's when my antenna went up. What it says is K901643.85. From my research, I think what that is a PX price tag. These were the ones that they sold to American servicemen in Germany. And so when you see that and they have a little price tag on it, according to the research, when it starts with K9 and then some other numbers, that's from the PX. Really, it looks like a painting of Elvis. Really caught my eye. This one looked like an 1840s comic book. It just very, very odd looking. King Creole. No record in it. It just looks so weird. So I'll flip it over and it's French. So I'm thinking that the same person that traded in those two German EPs traded this. Well, I'm pretty sure of it because if you see on the German one, see there's a hole that they punched through there, and there's a hole in this one too. They probably had them hanging up on a nail or something. But look at the coloring on that. Really beautiful. If I would ever come across the vinyl that would fit in, that would match up with this, that would be a miracle, because finding this was really something in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Really fantastic. So that was the Great Mississippi Haul of June 2024. Hit 3 stops, ended up picking up 60 items. Picked up a bunch of 8-tracks, and the rest were singles and EPs. I don't think I picked up any. No, I did pick up a couple of vinyls, and I also picked up that beautiful laser disc of the 68 comeback special. Believe me, I'll make another run through Mississippi, probably around Christmas time, something. It'll be nice. It'll be a little cooler. It was a beautiful trip, and I tell you, when you're going down through the Gulf Coast, that Biloxi Gulfport area, there's a lot of Elvis stuff around there, a lot of Elvis connections. I think I'm going to do something about that. Maybe talk about June Juanico's book. She was his girlfriend. She lived around there, and lots of great stories about that. So we had ourselves a blast. Daisy met a couple of puppies, a couple of cats. There's always a few cats hanging around the Bay St. Louis, around the Good Earth Records. Pretty cats, too. Picked up 60 items, and I only spent $95. Got to be happy with that. See, you don't have to spend a ton of money. And it's fun. You get to meet nice people, talk to nice people, and see things like this that I didn't even know existed in certainly didn't think I'd ever run into down here. Maybe in Europe. But that's a long drive. That's a lot of gas, baby. Really great haul. Filled a lot of holes. But the more holes you fill, the more you realize how many more holes there are. But I'll never get everything that I'm interested in picking up on Elvis. I don't think anybody will. And if you would, then what are you going to do? I like the hunt. I think a lot of people enjoy the hunt. Still haven't bought anything off eBay. All right, I love going into a place and flipping through and look what's here. That's the fun of it to me. So remember, had a lot of governors, had a lot of mayors, had that guy Hemingway, he wrote a couple books. But we only had one king, baby. Thank you, Elvis.
Okay, fine.